Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Ava Bella, and on this channel we do a movie review every single month. And this month's movie review is The Curse of Wolf Mountain. This stuff, please feel free to message me now on my Instagram, which is I'm going to link below. Alright, so back to how I found this movie. I actually found this movie through ChadChad. She's a little small YouTuber, maybe you guys have heard of her. And I saw the name of this movie on her video, instantly stopped watching it. Here is the proof that I didn't watch it all the way. I instantly stopped watching it and knew I had to review it. And I didn't fully watch her video yet because I wanted to give my honest opinion and my honest review. And I know a lot of the times when people do movie reviews, they'll point things out, be like, oh man, I might not have caught that or whatever. So I wanted to give my honest review and catch the things that I caught. So yes, you might be thinking that I would be copying her, and you wouldn't be totally wrong in that. But I will be honest that when I did start watching this movie, no other movie gave me as big of a laugh as this work of art did. So if you want to leave a movie in the comments below for me to review for next month, please go ahead. I implore you guys to, because again, I'm having a hard time finding them. So before we begin, don't forget to subscribe if you guys like silly little movies like this. Grab your drinks. This is a little mushroom cup that I bought today, and it has my wine in it, and it's so cute. I love it so much. And here we go. We start off with some haziness of people screaming and yada yada yada, and it ends with something that would make me legitimately crap my pants.
AJ, you're back in my office.
This is AJ. And he's trying to remember what happened to his parents 20 years ago. Dr. Avery is a therapist, trying to help him remember the mysterious hazy man he just can't make out. But he's almost there.
Almost there. Almost there!
The doc tells him that it's dangerous and that the brain puts up barriers to protect us and all of that shit from trauma.
We put up defense mechanisms against trauma.
So instead, he suggests that he just goes there.
Go there.
Fucking Jigsaw is still playing his goddamn games. AJ is obviously gonna go because otherwise we wouldn't have a movie. So he's running and he gets home, and when he gets home, his girlfriend already has this glass of purple stuff waiting for him, which I love to think. So it's like obviously the first time that she has seen him since he went out for his run, right? Because they're like, oh hello, how was your run, dear? And he was like, it was good as always, whatever. So I love to imagine that she made this purple drink whenever he was out on his run, and she was just holding it around like this, like just kind of just holding it in anticipation of when he was going to get back from his run. So yeah, so they talk, about his parents. The whole movie's about his goddamn parents. I mean, like, get over yourself. It was trauma. We all have it. And she reveals that she's
pregnant.
I think it's the same day, and then we meet the rest of the cast. We have his 65-year-old brother, Max. His 26-year-old something wife, Lexi. Lexi's sister, Bitchy McBooty Shorts, and her boyfriend, Slap Me Harder Mommy, James. So I guess they're kind of having like a pool party, housewarming party type of thing. And then we just jump to the night, where AJ and Max are having a manly heart-to-heart brotherly conversation. AJ wonders the stereotypical thing that we all wonder when we find out that we are expecting, and wonders if he's going to be a good dad.
So you're gonna be a dad? Wow.
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Hopefully I don't fuck it up, right?
Oh, you will.
Max reassures him that yes, you will, because he definitely has like 4 kids and 2 grandchildren.
Don't you want to know what happened to Mom and Dad?
Of course I do. But I care more about my baby brother's health.
My baby brother's son. And just so you guys know, I'm not picking on Max for his age. This actor is actually 51 years old compared to AJ's actor, who is like 33, 34. So it is not a stretch to suggest that Max could be AJ's dad. So AJ and his girlfriend, Sam, I don't know if I mentioned her name is Sam, they're laying in bed and she's like, I'm gonna go with you. It might be fun.
Oh, I'm coming with you. And hey, it might be fun.
Yes, because going to the place where your parents were murdered is fun. They also hear on the news that there was a bank robbery done by 3 men, 1 Hispanic, 1 black man, and 1 white man. They mentioned that the Hispanic is 60 years old, or roughly around 60 years old. Motherfucker. Danny Trejo is 80 goddamn years old. And they have him traversing up the side of a fucking mountain throughout this whole goddamn movie. Have some goddamn respect for Machete. So they go and drop off their dog to their friend or relative, I don't know what he is, to Rick. Rick! And I was gonna skip this part because it holds no significance. However, there was this part in this scene, obviously, that just irked me.
Wear a condom.
She's pregnant.
I'm not talking about you.
Who are you talking about?
This exchange was so fucking weird and it caught me off guard. The conversation already ended. Why are you still talking? That was my only grievance. So they get to the place where they meet the Rangers for the first time, and Max shows him his boots, which obviously becomes a play later. Because, was it Chekhov's gun? Chekhov's gun. Because you can't have an object that we are made to look at without it holding some significance later. That goes for books too. And it was at this part that I realized that I wanted to make this movie review. They meet the park rangers, April and Dennis. Oh Lord, Dennis. I originally thought when I saw this that they did this, and I'll show you guys, they did this to exemplify how Dennis is a moron and probably shouldn't be there, kind of like the Scary Movie Officer Doofy type of character, right? No. I wish that were the case. So, after the 3 times of watching this movie to gather all of this movie review script, I have now come to the conclusion that the costume department forgot to iron on Officer Dennis's park ranger patch. It is just flapping in the fucking wind. And like I said, I thought that it was originally supposed to be, again, like an Officer Doofy type of thing. Like he didn't care about the job, or he wasn't good at it, so he didn't iron it all the way. But no, because the head ranger comes up behind him and doesn't mention it. That's what I was expecting, for somebody to be like, yo, like, your patch, man, your patch. No. I think the costume department just forgot to iron the damn thing on. So I'll go ahead and show you guys this one scene that cracked me up. McBooty Shorts brought a whole ass hot pink fucking suitcase to go camping. And her ever so loving boyfriend decides to lug it around for her, because obviously she can't be bothered to lug it around herself. And this part cracked me up.
Why?
I don't know why little moments like that crack me up. It's just like the why. It's so funny to me. I don't know, that kind of humor just kind of gets to me. Like, there's no dialogue, you know the context, and he's just like, bitch, why? Like, I don't know, that I love that shit. Also, I'm pretty sure that the actress is laughing too before he says it. So it turns out that the 3 bank robbers are in the woods, shocker. And I'm gonna go ahead and share a grievance with you now. I'm not good at noticing things. I'm not a good observer. People pick up on things a lot better than I do. However, I notice sounds, repetitive sounds at that. Every single time this one particular bank robber, it's not with the other one, it's with this one, Danny's character. Every time he comes on, it is the same goddamn twang, country twang, that plays every time. And you know, I probably wouldn't even have noticed it as much if in a few minutes from now or whatever, they don't jump cut between scenes as rapidly as they do. They give these people A, 30 seconds, and then they jump to these guys, country twang. 15 seconds, country twang. It is all the goddamn time. I'm gonna play all of them in a row for you right now.
Wow, that was close. So, what brings you? This way.
Are you mad now? Good. He also does this bad guy chuckle literally in every scene he does. I'll play those for you too. Alright, we're moving on. So they all get to the campsite and they build their tent. So they're sitting around the fire and AJ is explaining the legend of the Wolf Man and how people think that his parents' death is connected to it. However, the legends were there well before he and his parents even went up to hike that day. All of a sudden, there's a noise.
What the hell was that?
AJ and brother dad Max go and check it out, but it's just our bank robbers. And I love how the rest of them, this is not the first time that this happens, but I love how the rest of them are just sitting there, and then all of a sudden they're just like,
Hey, whoa.
as if someone off camera, aka the director, told them, okay, be scared now. So before the bank robbers leave, Max does this little number.
Time. It's valuable.
Like, what are you gonna do? Glare at them and bite your lip at them to death? So it's supposed to be nighttime and AJ and Sam are having a talk about his parents because I guess that's the only thing they can fucking talk about. And how maybe the wolf man is real. Maybe he really did see a half man, half wolf guy.
It's like I see a wolf's face and then I see a human hand, so it's just all fucked up. You think I'm crazy?
Yep. That is the face of, fuck, I'm having a baby with this fuckwad. That is the extent of these scenes unless you like Matt Rife being slapped in the face and told to shut the fuck up. So it's the next day and everyone is gone and AJ is like, well, I have to be getting up to the spot where my parents were killed because it's gonna be dark soon. And so he and Sam leave. So back to the bank robbers. I don't know if I mentioned that one of them died, so now there's only two of them. If I mentioned it, whatever. I have no wine left. So basically, this guy, I think his name is John or Joe. It starts with a J. I'm probably going to intermix them right now. He says that he doesn't want to give Evil Eddie Country Strum his money to be buried, so Eddie just gives his laugh and buries his own. But I don't think we see John Joe's money again, ever. He has the duffel bag in his arm, and I don't think we ever see it again. So what happened to it? Who cares? The movie sure as fuck didn't care. So we cut to Sam and AJ on the mountain. They decide to go back because it's getting late. Sure, I'll take your word that high noon is getting late. So it is at this time that the movie begins to do those intercut scenes that I told you about, the 15 seconds, the 20 seconds, the 30 seconds type of cut. So rather than exhaust you guys of that as I got exhausted of it, I'm just going to splice them together for you to save you the heartache.
I'm a generous God.
You are welcome. And don't worry, it's not going to be like the Squid Game scene where I jumped back all the way back with the detective, because the robbers scene ends pretty quickly. You'll see what I mean. But we are going to start with the bank robbers, because the majority of the time that they are just shown walking and saying, that way, over there. And that is their fucking scene. That is the 15 seconds I am talking about.
This way. This way.
All with the countryness accompanying them the whole time. After about 2 or 3 rounds of this nonsense, they are finally sitting down, eating a can of unlabeled food. I think we can all tell that it's, what, Chunky? Yep, it's Campbell's Chunky confirmed. So yeah, so they're sitting on the campfire eating Campbell's Chunky soup when they hear a noise. And my God, throughout this whole movie, they are so startled by the fucking noises of the woods. Every little snap of a twig, brush of a leaf freaks them the fuck out. So yeah, so they hear a twig and I think Danny's character's name is Eddie. I don't know. We don't care. He's like, go check that out. And Joe John is like, I ain't gonna check that out. And this scene cracks me up every fucking time.
Me? No, fuck you. I'm not gonna go check that out.
Go check that shit out.
I think that Joe John went to go check that shit out. So while Joe John is checking out that shit, Eddie is strangled and he dies. And tell me if I'm wrong, but he definitely burps as he's being strangled. And with that, the country twang dies with him. Thank Jesus. His partner finds him and runs away. And no, young YouTuber, there is nothing wrong with your screen or my recording. It is supposed to be nighttime in this movie, but you can obviously see that it was the goddamn middle of the day, and that they definitely just put one of those filters on it, which I could do too. Watch. Wow, it's dark. Oh my god. That's literally the amount of effort that they put in. There are scenes where there's just full-ass sunlight beaming down on the actors, and we're supposed to believe that it's night. Like, you could have at least tried to film in an area where the sun wasn't beating down on your actors at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But I digress. I just want to put that out there so that when you see it, no, there is nothing wrong except this film. So now jumping to Sam and AJ. So if you remember, we last left Sam and AJ on the mountain, and they decided to come back down because, guys, it was going to get dark real soon. And so when they get back down to the campsite, they notice that everybody is still gone. And so they decide to go down the mountain to try and find cell service, even though the park ranger explicitly told them there is no service here. But hey, they're going to try anyway.
Let's rest here.
Gee, good thing they left the peak as quickly as they did. It's getting dark soon. So their little cuts consisted of walking, getting lost, and eventually finding James in them McBooty shorts.
Hi!
They finally go back to the campsite where things actually start to fucking happen. First by killing James. They hear Emma scream, and when Sam asks AJ to go check it out, AJ is like, me? Yeah! She's fucking
pregnant with my 14th child.
Go check it out.
Me?
I mean, it doesn't matter in the long run because she follows him right after he gets out of the tent. She follows him anyway, so it's not like it matters. But I do just want to find every excuse to use the
Pregnant, fragnant, targant, pregnant, pegnate, pegrant, pregnant, pregonate, prengan, pregnant, pregante
voice. Whatever happened to that creator? He was so amazing. That to this day is still the funniest shit I've ever heard. So it turns out that the tent is empty. We see Emma running through the woods and the Wolfman chasing her. But, like, where did James' body go? James's? Where did James's body go? There is no time between the scream to them getting out of the tent to seeing it's empty that Wolfman would have had time to dispose of James' body. So my assumption is the Wolfman pulled a Lydia from Skyrim and just shoved him up his ass. Lydia, how are you carrying our burdens? You have no pockets. So Emma dies, obviously. I'm not monetized, so I'm going to show y'all all of it. I don't gotta worry about that shit right now, about blurring crap. So AJ and Sam are running and like huffing and puffing and slipping on the leaves, and Lexi is dead. Who cares? Moving on. So AJ and Sam hear a gunshot, which is the lone bank robber who survived, John, I don't know what his fucking name is, I don't care. So they remember that they're supposed to be sneaky hidey and that it's actually supposed to be nighttime. So we are just jump cutting to AJ and Sam saying this way, that way, falling on leaves. There's so much running in this fucking movie. So we're jump cutting from them running to the bank robber just pointing his gun up in the fucking air, I guess. And Sam and AJ just holding on to each other and wondering why they're not making any progress. If you unheld each other, you might be able to move a little quicker. We finally get some actual character interaction when Duffy, the main ranger guy, finds a lone car parked in the woods that was supposed to be the bank robbers, I'm pretty sure, because nobody else is supposed to be on the mountain. And he tries to call the other two, which was April and Dennis, if you guys forgot. He tries to call them like 3 or 4 times, and they refuse to answer.
April, this is Duffy. You copy?
Repeat. April, this is Duffy. You copy? Dennis? Anyone?
This is Ranger April. Over.
So now they're all in the mix. AJ finally gets some signal on his phone and contacts Rick, who rushes out bravely in the middle of the day to go save Sam and AJ. So Joe John finally meets up with AJ and Sam so we can finally stop seeing him point his gun in the fucking air for no reason. And each one thinks that the other killed the other's team member. AJ and Sam think that Joe John killed Lexi and the rest. Well, Joe John thinks that AJ and Sam killed Eddie. And then Sergeant Duffy finds them, only to be continuously ignored by these two.
Jeez, Dennis!
Not that it would have helped him anyway, because he soon finds an axe in his back.
What was your friend's name?
So now they're all on the same page and they know that this one didn't kill the other one's teammate. So now they're a team. We cut to Rick making it to the trailhead, so now he's in the mix. And can people just stay home? I'm tired of these fucking jump cuts. Especially when most of the time they're just walking, running,
Run!
and slipping on leaves. They find Max's shoes, so he's totally not alive.
JJ,
Thanks.
listen, you're okay.
And then... Okay. Okay. Alright. So Wolfman gets Rick, because remember, he's in the mix now, but our team saves him. How? I don't know. Maybe the Wolfman heard his stick crack, but it turns out that Wolfman actually found Jojon, and chasing ensues again, until Jojon's foot gets caught in a bear trap. John's face meets a bear trap, and the bear trap wins. And I guess AJ was following them, but he decides to run once John's face turns into a meat pie, which is fair. More running and proof that this is supposed to be at fucking night.
4 hours until sunrise.
There's more running in this.
Great, Sam. Okay? Just a little bit further.
Half of the goddamn movie is just them running around. So there is more running, and the Wolfman finds them and stabs Sam.
Oh, no.
Her and Rick get split up, but AJ finds Sam, and then they just continuously sit on a log for like the next 3 scenes, talking about how they first met in some kind of biology class, and I'm just gonna skip that, because we don't care. I'm tired of this movie. Cut to the Rangers, remember them? The ones who aren't dead? Yeah, they're finally here, thank fucking God. And the costume department finally decided that they needed to iron on Dennis's badge, and good on ya. And I have to say, we do not get enough of Dennis's character. He makes me laugh so hard.
Oh, hey, I don't think I can breathe no more. Give me CPR.
So they bump into Rick, and April is yelling at him to put the gun down, which is fair. But then when Rick is trying to tell him, hey, there's a fucking murderer on the loose, April pulls the woman card and telling him, like, why do all men gotta yell at us and tell us what to do?
Put your gun down.
Hey, not a problem at all. But you should lower your voice a little bit because...
Oh, you think so?
Well, yes, because there is a very bad...
Why do all you men think you can tell us women what to do all the time?
I will give her some benefit of the doubt that she doesn't know that there is a murderer on the loose. But it doesn't matter because she dies.
April?
Rick and Dennis start running, but Dennis unfortunately also dies, which is a damn shame. Rick escapes and hightails it the fuck out of there. Meanwhile, Wolfman literally teleports to where Sam and AJ are, because remember, this is all happening in the same fucking night. And from before, Rick said that there was only like 4 hours left of dawn until it's dawn.
4 hours until sunrise.
So Wolfman just teleports. So AJ and Wolfman are just fighting, I guess. They're stabbing each other and punching each other in the face until Sam hits him over the head with a rock. But they obviously don't kill him because then we can't have the big reveal that it was his brother the whole time.
Max.
Hey, little bro.
I also want to mention that they tie him up, but not to a tree. They just tie his hands together. Not his feet, just his hands. That does hold some weight later. But yes, it was his brother the whole time.
Why would you try to kill me? I'm your brother.
You know how I got this scar?
Shut the fuck up. So this guy was adopted by AJ's mom and dad. And I guess when AJ came along, he got jealous. Literally, I'm not kidding you. He says that AJ was the miracle baby, or at least that's what the mom called him. The mom called him a miracle baby.
And then one day, this fancy doctor and this fancy wife, they come in and they look at me like I'm the new son. And I actually thought we'd be this happy little family. Then mom got pregnant. She called you her little miracle baby.
And so for literally jealousy reasons, it seems like he killed their parents.
You were the prince, and I was just Max. It's like I didn't even exist anymore.
So you killed him?
Well, Dad said he wanted to take us up to Wolf Mountain, and I'm thinking, hey, I know about the legend.
I don't even know. This shit doesn't make sense, and I'm tired of this movie. Wait. What? The fuck? Never fucking mind, I love this goddamn movie. AJ attacks Max, but since he's not tied up to a goddamn tree, he can easily escape. I think you're free now. Your hands are no longer bound. And I guess Max drags AJ all the way up the mountain. Mind you, this mountain takes at least a day's hike, and he's just dragging him up the goddamn mountain. AJ then tries to reason with Max. Max doesn't fall for it and gives him the choice that he gave his mom oh so many years ago, which was, you guys jump and I'll save your baby, or I guess in this case it would be AJ jumps and I'll save Sam and his unborn baby, or AJ doesn't jump and I'm gonna kill AJ, Sam, and the baby.
Jump.
So they fight, AJ gets the upper hand, and Max falls. And AJ and Sam live... Wait. There's still 10 goddamn minutes left of this movie. Fuck. So let me speed round this for you. AJ and Sam had a baby girl and her name is Sarah. AJ is going away for a few days for business reasons. Rick is driving him to the airport when AJ swears that he sees Max in a car. And then he says, they never found the body. AJ makes Rick turn this green screen around. And they find Max holding Sam hostage. They have more dialogue which amounts to nothing. Rick saves the day, kind of. But it's actually the story that Max gives AJ at the very beginning of the movie that ultimately kills him. And Max dies in a kneeling, sitting position. Okay. And that is where it finally ends. Let me just start by saying that this movie has absolutely no business highlighting Torben Bell, Danny Trejo as any kind of headliner. Using Matt Rife is fine, but shame on you. I don't know if this movie was supposed to be taken seriously, but I literally wish that it would end the second we found out that Sam was... I'm pretty sure they used the same 3 foot of wars because they kept on slipping and falling on the same-ish leaves, like the same hill of leaves. They kept on kind of showing the same trees. I don't know. I think they just kind of would record here, turn around and record there and act like it was a new scene. Which is fine. If you guys are on a low budget, it's fine. It was just something I noticed. It did make me laugh, but I don't think it was supposed to make me laugh in the way that it did. I hope you guys enjoyed this movie review. Thank you, ChadChad, for helping me discover it. If you made it this far, go check out her channel. She is hella funny and a lot better at this than I am. Please leave your movie reviews in the comments below so that I may have a chance of trying to find a movie for next month, because this one was hard to find. Not that it was hard to find, I found it pretty easily, but finding a movie in general was hard to find. So if you guys will please leave me your recommendations in the comments below, I will be sure to review them. Also, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!